Hi, Nopagellum listeners, and welcome. Today we're diving into a brand new explainer bringing you the latest from HastingsNow.com. We're looking at their publication, Hastings M and Weather, plus on this date for Tuesday, July 21st, 2026. We've put together a gorgeous factual explainer that I know our local residents are going to absolutely love to watch. We're talking a fresh weather update and a really cool historical time capsule. So let's jump right in.
First things first, look at that number. 80 degrees. Yep, just 80 degrees. After Monday's absolute scorcher, that number is literally a breath of fresh air. It's a total reset for Hastings today. We are finally trading in all that heavy, sticky heat for a perfectly comfortable, frankly beautiful summer day. If you've been waiting for the perfect moment to get outside without instantly breaking a sweat, well, this is for sure your golden opportunity. So, looking at the breakdown from the National Weather Service, that daytime high is going to hover right around 80 under mostly sunny skies. But check this out. The real game changer today is the wind. We've got a super lively breeze rolling in from the northwest at about 15 miles per hour, and, we could even see gusts hitting 25. It's going to keep things feeling incredibly fresh out there. And honestly, the best part? That happens tonight. Zero rain, crystal clear skies, and temperatures plunging to a beautifully cool 55 degrees. Meaning, tonight is absolutely prime open window weather. You can finally give your AC a well-deserved night off.
Okay, so how do we actually play this? First off, grab a light layer for the morning or if you're heading out late tonight, because it's going to feel noticeably cooler. But by the afternoon, short sleeves all the way. Now, here's a crucial one. Because of those 25-mile-per-hour gusts we just talked about, definitely take a second to batten down the hatches on your patio. Any lightweight decorations, papers, that sort of thing, make sure they're secured so they don't end up in your neighbor's yard. Oh, and absolutely do not forget your sunglasses, especially if you're walking down by the river or around downtown today. That sun glare off the water is no joke. Actually, to sum it all up, I absolutely love this line from today's Hastings Now update. It says, Tuesday's northwest wind is Hastings free air conditioning. Just don't ask it to stop rearranging the patio napkins. Hit the nail on the head, right? I mean, you take the good with the mildly inconvenient. We get the gorgeous breeze. We just kind of have to keep a close eye on our picnic tables. All right, let's shift gears a bit. Section 1, a little time capsule. On this date, July 21st. Looking back at the calendar, we've got 3 totally fascinating historical events sharing today's date. In 1856, a massive milestone in transportation with a really cool local flavor. 1899 brings the birth of an absolute literary legend. And then 1925 gives us the dramatic wrap-up of a trial that literally had the whole country on the edge of its seat. Let's dig into them. First up, rewinding all the way back to July 21st, 1856. A 17-year-old kid named James J. Hill arrives in St. Paul by riverboat. The Minnesota Historical Society notes he started out as just a modest shipping clerk. But man, from that quiet start, he goes on to build the railroad network that eventually became the Great Northern, stretching all the way to Puget Sound. He basically earned the title the Empire Builder. What's so wild about this for us today is that riverboat connection. I mean, for a historic Mississippi river town like Hastings, picturing a young guy rolling up on a riverboat to make his fortune, it just feels incredibly close to home, like a real piece of our regional DNA. Jumping forward to July 21st, 1899, Ernest Hemingway is born in Oak Park, Illinois. We all know he became this absolute giant of American literature, eventually snagging both the Pulitzer and the Nobel Prize. But there's this one detail from the Library of Congress that I just can't get over. His dad was so thrilled about the birth that he stepped right out onto their front porch and blew a cornet to announce it to the neighborhood. Just blasted a horn. It's such a loud, charming, and honestly perfect way to announce a baby who would eventually find his own roaring voice in the world. Finally, landing on July 21st, 1925, down in Dayton, Tennessee, the infamous Scopes trial reached its verdict. High school teacher John T. Scopes was found guilty of violating the state's anti-evolution law. Now, the University of Minnesota Law Library points out that this wasn't just a local trial. It instantly exploded into this massive, enduring national debate over science, education, and public law. It was the absolute cultural flashpoint of the era. But wait. Here is a fascinating legal twist you might not know about that verdict. The judge actually slapped Scopes with a $100 fine, but later on, Tennessee's High Court reversed the whole conviction. And the reason why is wild. Under state law at the time, only juries, not judges, were legally allowed to set a fine over $50. So this culturally defining, monumental trial gets completely overturned on a minor procedural technicality about who gets to write the $100 ticket.
Just a brilliant reminder of how the fine print always matters.
Before we wrap this up, just a quick safety heads up. As gorgeous as an 80-degree day is, we all know Midwest summer weather can flip on a dime. Pop-up storms are always a wild card, so make it a habit to check the official radar and alerts before you head out. Just a quick glance at your phone keeps you one step ahead of any surprises.
Which brings us to our final thought for the day. You've got 80 degrees, a ton of sunshine, and that beautiful fresh breeze coming off the river. So the real question is, how are you going to make a little time to enjoy Hastings outdoors today? Whether it's a stroll downtown, grabbing a spot on a patio, while keeping an eye on those napkins, of course, or just throwing open the windows tonight, definitely take full advantage of this gorgeous Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer. Stay curious, and seriously, go enjoy that weather.